Hi, Mrs. Ruggles. The STEM project that I chose to do is called Gummy Bear Growth. I got this project off of mamaisdreaming.com, and in this activity, you use four different colored gummy bears, and you put the gummy bears into four different liquids. The liquids are water, vinegar water, plain water, and baking soda water. What you need for this activity is the four different liquids, four cups that you can put the liquids into, gummy bears of different colors, and a ruler and a worksheet that goes along with it. So my classroom environment will be set up as an open environment. My desk will be easily accessible to all students, and the students will sit in groups of four so that their desks make a square. And each group will do the experiment at their table, so there'll be 4 or 5 different tables. And there will be a bookshelf at the end of my classroom with lots of books of different reading levels so kids can be challenged. And there will be a maker space in the corner so that kids can make their own inventions. And there will be a science/reading corner where kids can come together, or we can come together in our class and discuss what we will be doing for an experiment. Or in another case, I will read to the students. So the purpose of this activity is to show that an object can shrink or grow when put into different liquids. Some of the questions or objectives that might arrive in this experiment is which liquids make the gummy bears grow and which liquids make the gummy bears shrink. And at the bottom of this slide, I have the results from the actual experiment that was taken. So what will happen is that you will get 4 cups and pour the 4 different liquids into the cups and label them. Then you'll place 1 gummy bear in each cup. The gummy bears will need to be different colors so that you can compare the gummy bears that were in the liquids to the original gummy bears. And then after that, you will leave the gummy bears in the liquid for 24 hours. Then after 24 hours, you can take the gummy bears out and start comparing them to the original gummy bears or contrasting them. And then on this slide, there's just 2 pictures. The first one is of the different cups that are labeled, and the second one is the gummy bears all in the cups waiting to be evaluated. So I will evaluate the students by having them fill out a worksheet showing the gummy bears before and after and the growth that they have done. And again, I have the picture of the measuring the ruler, and I will have the students fill out a worksheet showing the before and after the gummy bear growth. I will also have them make a hypothesis before the experiment and write it down in their science notebook. And the hypothesis will be about to see if they think the gummy bears will grow or shrink, and which liquid do they think will have the best result. After the experiment is over, I will go back over they will go back over their hypothesis and write down the results that they actually got and contrast it to the hypothesis, and then they will turn in all their work to me. So that's how I will evaluate the students' learning. I think that some of the difficulties that might arise from the STEM experiment is that the students won't understand why they have to wait 24 hours to get the results of the experiment. They might just want the results right now, and especially if they're little kids don't really have patience. And I also think that they'll want to eat the gummy bears before or after the experiment, which obviously cannot happen because we need the gummy bears for the experiment. I plan to incorporate STEM into my classroom by doing fun experiments like this gummy bear experiment. And with this experiment, it also incorporates writing because they have to write their hypothesis and then go back and write how the experiment worked out. And I think that STEM will have the students be engaged more in learning, and it will make for a fun learning environment. Also, it is very informational as well, and they can learn more from doing a STEM experiment than reading from a textbook. And The difference between STEM and a makerspace, to me, I think STEM is more experiment based and they follow rules. And then where in a makerspace, they kind of create their own inventions and they don't have to necessarily follow rules. And like personally, I have not seen any STEM activities in my classroom that I've observed it, but I will definitely use STEM in my classroom because it can create a fun learning environment. And this is where I found my STEM idea. And I hope that you are staying safe and you have a good rest of your week. Thank you.